Yo, what's going on? What's good? What's up? What's going on? I gotta start the TikTok live. What's going on, everybody? Today is Wednesday, April 17th. It's 4:30. It's April 17th. Good day to, be a day. And, we going through NFL news. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's good? What's good? What's good? We gonna go through some NFL news here, starting at 4:40, starting in 5 minutes. 5 minutes, we're going through some news. And yeah, dude, Lions Unis tomorrow. Lions Unis are showing tomorrow. What's going on, people on TikTok? Hello, 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 hello. Yo, yo, yo. What's good? What's good? We're about to go through some NFL news. NFL news, the good old shit. The good old shit. We about to do some NFL news real soon. We're going to start at 4:40. We're going to start going through the news. And yeah, that's what we're going to do. Yeah, that's the plan. That's the plan. Who do I think the Bills will take at wide receiver at 28? Listen, if you're on TikTok, go over to Twitch at Tico Fantasy Show. At Tico Fantasy Show on Twitch. We're streaming over there. Best view. You can see the actual news we're looking at. Way better. The Twitch people will tell you. We got 27 people over there. What's going on? What's up? What's up? What's up? We're doing NFL news. Go over to Twitch at Tico Fantasy Show. Tico Fantasy Show. Go over to Tico Fantasy Show on Twitch. We're streaming. We're going to do some NFL news starting here at 4:40, so 4 more minutes. 4 minutes, go over to Twitch at Tico Fantasy Show on Twitch. We're going through the news. That's like the 9th time I've said that, but I'm going to keep saying it. We're doing news today. We're doing the NFL news. And yeah, we got to do some NFL news. That's the plan. So go over to Twitch at Tico Fantasy Show, at Tico Fantasy Show on Twitch. We're going over there. If you follow, get your name on the board behind me. It's filling up quick. You might not get your name on the board if you don't follow soon. So you ought to follow right now. Go over to Twitch at Tico Fantasy Show. We're going to start in 4 minutes. We're going to start doing some NFL news. We're going through all of it. We're going to talk about it, see what's happening in the league. I actually just got some pretty sad news, not going to lie. But I guess we'll talk about it in 4 minutes. 3 minutes. 3 minutes! 3 minutes! 3 minutes, we're going to talk about NFL news. And during those 3 minutes, right now, you could be on TikTok. You can be going over to Twitch at Tico Fantasy Show and getting a significantly better view and go and watch some NFL news. Yeah, I suggest you do that. We got some good news, we got some good news, we got some bad news, we got some sad news, we got a bunch of news. So I say you go over there to Twitch at Tico Fantasy Show, follow, get your name on the board behind me. And yeah, that's what we're going to do. I should talk about this news now, though. So let me talk about this real quick because it's going to come up again in 5 minutes. So I might as well talk about it now while we got people watching. So this is actually really sad. Really sad. Terrible news, bro. Former Albany defensive end A.J. Simon, I think his name is Simone Simon, I'm not quite sure, has tragically passed away at just 25 years old. He was supposed to be in this year's draft. And crazy as it sounds, there was actually... I've been doing these videos like, who is this prospect? Who is this guy? Who's that guy? And somebody commented on one of the videos. They said, do A.J. Simon. They're like, he's not a first-round pick or a big name or anything, but he, like, came to our school and talked to the kids and everything. And the guy was like, let me do a video for him. So that sucks, man. It's terrible, bro. He died. Ugh, it's terrible. Passed away, 25 years old. It's terrible. The UA Albany football program was deeply saddened to learn of the passing of former student athlete amateur A.J. Simon this morning. A.J. was a tremendous young man and an even better teammate throughout his time at U Albany. He was a role model both on and off the field, serving as a pillar to his program over the last 2 years. He will be profoundly missed. I'm gonna 100% do a video now for him. That's freaking terrible. It's so sad, bruh. So sad, dude. 8 days before 8 days before his dream's about to come true. It's terrible, bro. Terrible. Rip. 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 Amatrol Simon. I think it's Simon. Simon. 98 to 2024. That's terrible. I wonder how he passed away. He's tragically passed away. It was a heart attack. Wow, that's terrible, bro. A heart attack. That's awful. Damn. A heart attack at 25 years old? How does that even happen? That's terrible, bro. Oh my god. That's awful, man. Rip, bruh. Rip. That's terrible news. Not the news we want to be talking about on here. Not the news we want to be talking about. Not the news. That's tragic. That literally is tragic, bro. That's just... Imagine that, dude. I don't even want to imagine that. It's terrible. It's terrible. Praying for him. Praying for his friends and family. Rip. But yeah. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Rip, but we can't stay on... Rip. That's all we can say. Rest in peace, brother. But, listen, if you're watching on TikTok, who passed away? Okay, so... 2024 NFL draft prospect, I'm going to say it one more time, AJ Simon, has tragically passed away, reportedly due to a heart attack. He was a pass rusher at the University of Albany and had dreams of being drafted this year. He was just 25 years old. Terrible news, man. Terrible. Awful. Sending our thoughts and prayers. We're all sending our thoughts and prayers out to his family. I'm going to do a video on him later, a memorable video for him, because that's just fucking terrible. We hate to hear that. Bro. It's awful. But can't dwell on it. That's all. We can't dwell on it. So, listen, if you're watching on TikTok, go over to Tico Fantasy Show on Twitch. Head on over there. We're going to be going through the NFL news right now, this minute. We're going to be going through it. And over there, you can actually see what I'm looking at. You obviously can't see what I'm looking at on TikTok. All you can see is me, and you're going to hear me, which if you want to do that and just listen to me, fine, that works too. But you get a much better view if you go over to Twitch. And if you follow over there, you get your name on this board behind me. So at Tico Fantasy Show on Twitch, go follow. But yeah, I think it's time to get into the news, ladies and gentlemen. I got to get some music for this, like some music for us to get into the news. Oh, just kidding. It is not. I have to fix this real quick. Sorry. We're about to get into the news. Give me a minute. We're getting there. Just got to do a little bit of a little boop and a little bop. Do a little boop and a bop. A little boop bop bop. A little boop. A little boop. A little boop bop. Boop. Oh, just kidding. Did too much boopage. A little boop bop. Boop. Bop. Boop. Okay, there we go. Now we're going into the news. Okay, news time. If you're watching on TikTok, head over to Twitch at Tico Fantasy Show. Head over there, you get a better view, and you get your name on the board if you follow. Trust me, that's where you want to be. So here we go. We're going into the news. Let me fix this real quick. Sorry. Okay, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, first thing that's going to come up, this is going to be everything. AJ Simon, bro. AJ Simon, rip. Oh, but here's something that just happened. The Miami Dolphins just signed linebacker Cam Brown. Played for the Giants last year. I'm not familiar with Cam Brown, but yeah, they just signed Cam Brown. What is this? Oh, okay. Do you want to know Raheem Mostert's top 6 running backs in the NFL? Here's what he says. At number 1, he's got Christian McCaffrey. At number 2, he's got Nick Chubb. That's kind of crazy. Nick Chubb at 2. At 3, he's got Breece Hall. That's even crazier. At 3, he's got Breece Hall. At 4, he's got himself. At 5, he's got Derrick Henry. And at 6, he's got Jahmyr Gibbs. So, Raheem Mostert thinks he's better than Derrick Henry, Jahmyr Gibbs. What other top running backs are there out there? Jonathan Taylor, Kyron Williams. Bunch of different guys out there. He thinks he's better than all these dudes. So, I don't know if I agree with that, Raheem Mostert. I don't know if I agree with that. I'd say Raheem Mostert... I don't know. Raheem Mostert isn't bad. Like, dude had like 21 touchdowns last year, I think it was. Saquon, he's saying he's better than Saquon. I mean, that's kind of crazy. That's a bit wild. The Saquon disrespect is like, come on. The Saquon disrespect is too much. We don't like that. We don't like Saquon disrespect. We love Saquon over here. But who's your top? Where would you have Raheem Mostert ranked? Where? I have Raheem Mostert, I'm thinking like 9. Like 8 or 9, somewhere around there, because you got CMC ahead of him. You got CMC, Saquon, Breece Hall, Derrick. Would you rather have Derrick Henry or Raheem Mostert? That's a hard. I know people are gonna say Derrick Henry, but like I think some people are gonna have to think about that for a minute. Like I don't think that's. 8-12 range. That's a good answer. I actually like that. 8-12 range, somewhere in there. Depending on the day, depending what time it is, how we're feeling, it's somewhere between 8 and 12. That's where you got to have Raheem Mostert. Somewhere in that middle. Somewhere there. Let's keep going here. Another wide receiver not the start of his here, this is interesting. I didn't hear about this. This just happened. Giants wide receiver Darius Slayton, in the final year of his current deal, has not reported to voluntary offseason workouts this season as he seeks a contract extension. Slayton led the Giants in receiving yards this past season and 4 of the past 5 years. Bro, the Giants don't have enough wide receivers for Darius Slayton to not be happy. Like, the Giants got to fix this problem, like, right now. The Giants do not have enough wide receiver help for Darius Slayton not to be, like, participating with the team right now. They need Darius Slayton there. They need him participating. They need him doing his thing. They need him. It's not the other way around. Even though Darius Slayton isn't, like, any other team in the league, Darius Slayton wouldn't be anything better than a wide receiver 3. On the Giants, I think he's the wide receiver 1, right? I think he's the wide receiver 1 on the Giants. I don't think there's anybody ahead of Darius Slayton on the Giants depth chart. Maybe next year Jalen Hyatt, maybe Wan'Dale Robinson, maybe, but like probably not. I'd probably have Darius Slayton as the 1. Clearly the stats, the numbers would say the same thing. Darius Slayton is their 1. Let's keep going here, though. What's this say, though? Slayton signed a 2-year, $12.2 million contract prior to last season, and he's due $6.2 million in the final year of his deal this season. That's all he's getting paid? Darius Slayton's only getting paid $6 million a year? No, wait. That's crazy. I don't believe that. I think it's $12 million a year. I think he did that wrong. Darius Slayton is on a 2-year, $12 million contract. That's absurd. That is crazy. That is crazy cheap. $6 million a year for Darius Slayton? That's cheap. That's dirt cheap. That was a good deal for the Giants. Shit. They ought to give him some more money. He deserves some more money. Facts. Like, he deserves some more money. Give that guy his money. He deserves it. Out here using him like a wide receiver 1, meanwhile he's a wide receiver 3. Okay, here's something more interesting news. And listen, people on TikTok, I'm going to keep saying it. If you're on TikTok, head over to Twitch at Tico Fantasy Show. Follow, get your name on the board behind me, and you get to actually see what the fuck I'm reading. Like, I know you want to see what I'm reading. I know you don't want to just sit there and watch my face talking. That's not fun. Who would want to do that? Go over to Twitch at Tico Fantasy Show. And I read the chat over there a lot more than I read the chat on TikTok. It's kind of hilarious. Dude, love the mustache. Thanks, All West. That's funny. What are y'all saying in the chat over here? Because he wants to not work after he retires. Sterling, you love the mustache. Yeah. Go over to Twitch at Tico Fantasy Show. That's where you want to be. Okay, let's keep going, though. If the Bears draft a pass catcher at 9, it will be tight end Brock Bowers or wide receiver Rome Odunze. That's what this man, Tony Paulini, says from frickin' consulting editor and NFL draft analyst at Sportskeeda. Yo, Tony Pauline, bro, hit me up, bro. Sportskeeda, like, reached out to me once upon a time, and then I reached back out to them. They reached out. They were like, can we use some of your content or whatever? Like, we'd love to try and do something with you. And, I responded to them. Never got a response back. They were like, we're too big for the Tico Fantasy Show. We don't want to talk to him. Like, what the hell? Sportskeeda? I'd love to come make some videos for you guys. What the hell? Somebody hit up Sportskeeda for me, somebody. Hit up Sportskeeda. Tell them the Tico Fantasy Show wants some work. Breaking news, Walt Anderson is stepping down from his role as the NFL Senior Vice President of Officiating, a major change to the NFL reffing structure. This guy. Does anybody remember this guy? I don't remember this guy. I do not know this guy. I do not know this referee. I've never seen this referee in my life. I have never seen this referee before. I don't know where. I've never seen this guy. What's his name? Walt Anderson? I've never heard of this man. Anybody hear of this man? Walt Anderson? I've never heard of that guy. Never in my life have I heard of Walt Anderson. I don't know. Never heard of him. Exclusive. Notre Dame running back Audric I remember this guy from the Combine. Estime just completed his top 30 visit with the Buffalo Bills. Estime is only 20 years old and had 1,300 rushing yards and a Fighting Irish record of 18 touchdowns last season. Listen, this was the guy who was backing up Kyren Williams, I believe. I could be wrong. Wait a minute. Let me look at that. Notre Dame stats. I'm pretty sure that's the guy who was backing up Kyren Williams when Kyren Williams was playing there 2 years ago. Could be wrong. Let me see something real quick. Nope, he's not the guy who's backing up Kyren Williams. He is Kyren Williams' replacement. Yeah, okay. He was the guy who came in after Kyren Williams. Oh, somebody just asked me in the chat. They said, am I streaming the draft? Well, my brother, yes, I am streaming the draft. I'm going to be here all night, 8 o'clock. Yo, people on Twitch, watch this real quick. Sick. I'm hyped. The draft is going to be awesome. Awesome. I cannot wait for the draft stream. I've been trying to promote it. I don't know if y'all have been seeing that at the end of my videos, but I've been trying to promote it. We're going live for the draft. It's happening. It is happening. We're going live. In 8 days, 8 p.m., be there. If you're not there, something's wrong with you. You gotta be there. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. Go grab, if you're of age, go grab yourself a bottle. Be here for the draft stream because it's going to be fun. I can't wait. We're going to be ordering a bunch of food and shit. We're going to be freaking getting the drink on. Can't find me on Twitch? It's at Tico Fantasy Show, my brother. Tico Fantasy Show. I know it's backwards on TikTok, but Tico Fantasy Show. Follow, my guy. Follow. We're doing the draft over there. We're going to be doing the draft. I'm going to be doing... Now, I got people asking me. I got them asking, are you going to show the draft? Well, I got a way of showing it. I'm going to do my own thing. I got an interesting thing I'm going to do. We're going to do the Tico Fantasy Show, draft live stream. It's going to be very different than everybody else's. I don't know. It's probably going to be very much the same, but you know what I mean. We're going to be doing it. It's going to be fun. Be there for it. Trust me, you're not going to want to miss it. We're going to be going live on TikTok and Twitch. And we're also going to do a mock draft. I'm going to probably do a mock draft the day before the draft. Maybe 2 days. No, I'll do it a day before the draft. One day. I'll do it on that Wednesday. I'll do the final mock draft. Let's keep going here, though. We got some more news. Let's see what this is. Oh, here we go. More news. Bill Belichick reportedly told the Falcons that his key assistant coaches, Matt Patricia, Josh McDaniels, and Joe Judge, are better soldiers than they are generals. All three have mostly failed as head coaches. You know what? I can't agree with anything. I can't agree with anything more than what he just said. Matt Patricia, Josh McDaniels, and Joe Judge were three of the worst head coaches ever, bro. Matt Patricia took that Lions team and just drove them into the damn dirt. Joe Judge on the Giants, bro, that Giants team was ass. It still isn't that good. I mean, Brian Daboll's trying his best to fix it, but it's still not that good. And Josh McDaniel, this guy was terrible. The players hated him. The staff hated him. Everybody hated Josh McDaniel. This guy had no idea what he was doing. He had no idea how to run a football team. So yeah, all three of them probably are much better soldiers than they are actual generals. I believe that. I believe that. That's factual. That is factual. We can get behind that, Mr. Bill Belichick. Connor Rogers puts on his GM hat and lays out his perfect NFL draft top 10. So he has Caleb Williams going at 1, Drake May going at 2, Marvin going at 3. That would be interesting. Okay, we're getting interesting here. Malik Neighbors going at 4, Joe Alt going at 5, Brock Bowers at 6. What the fuck? What happens to Daniels? You don't have Daniels being a top 10? This is bullshit. I hate people who do this. Bro. Connor Rogers, listen, I don't know who Connor Rogers is. He works for Roto World, NBC, Matthew Berry, those people. But, that's where he works. And this, what he posted here, this is bullshit. Oh, you can't see Twitter. Oh my God, I forgot to change the view. Sorry. Sorry, Twitch people. It's back. We're good, though. We're back. Sorry. I went to the wrong view. But I hate people who do this. They just post bullshit to get views. Jaden Daniels is going to be a top 10 pick. He's most likely going to be a top 3 pick. Actually, he's 100% going to be a top 3 pick. Anybody who thinks he's not going to be a top 3 pick is a dingus. Especially Connor Rogers. So, fuck you, Connor Rogers. No offense. I'm not trying to be mean, but that's What are you doing, bro? Why? Why do this? You're chasing views, brother. You're chasing views. No Dallas Turner either, bro. He's got Jared Verse going ahead of Dallas Turner. This is ridiculous. This Fashanu and Fitanu going top 10. I mean, maybe one of them, but both? Nah. You're a clout chaser, brother. You're a clout chaser. Sorry, dog. We don't do that over here. We only report real shit. That's what we do.
Vat of Skyline Chili. This is
Oh my God.
After that event.
Jason Kelsey's got to be the biggest, like, dingus idiot in the world for this shit. Jason Kelsey, freaking, they had a live, like, event for the New Heights podcast, and Jason Kelsey, there was this one, like, thing they did where people had to dive into a pit of chili and pull out, like, random shit. Pull out, like, random stuff. Like, oh, a toothbrush. Oh, a dollar bill. Oh, a coin. Oh, this, and that. Random stuff. Oh, a pair of scissors. Like, random shit. And for some reason, I don't know why he would do this. This just seems like the stupidest thing in the world to me for somebody to do. But he decided it would be a good idea to take his Super Bowl ring, the 2017, I think it was, the 2017 Eagles Super Bowl ring, put it in a sock, and put it into the chili for somebody to find. He thought that was a good idea. And you know what ended up happening? They can't find his ring. They can't find his ring. They can't find the sock. They can't find anything. And they've already cleaned it all up. They've cleaned up the chili. They've cleaned up the whole entire set. They've thrown everything out. And his ring is nowhere to be found. So this is what he's going to be talking about in this video right here. He's going to be talking about the aftermath
Jason
of that.
lost his ring. Where we had a full vat of Skyline Chili. This is actually technically a 3-way.
Look at this.
Not just Skyline Chili.
If you were watching on Twitch right now, you could see this
chili.
disgusting chili that people are diving in.
Just how disgusting this was.
I had to get away from that corner.
I went to Skyline twice over the weekend. I love Skyline Chili. This chili had been sitting out for like some time period.
It smelled so bad in that part of the arena.
Mixed into that chili were socks with make-believe rings, and then there's actually only one real ring in there, which was my Super Bowl
This is
ring.
so stupid.
One in each pool, but there was an unfortunateness. As you guys know, this game existed because I continually lose my Super Bowl ring. And I don't even know if Travis still knows this, but I legitimately lost my Super Bowl ring in this event.
Travis Kelce 100% should make a joke about like, hey man, if I lost one of my rings, violation, your live is flagged for harassment and bullying. I got flagged for harassment and bullying. What the hell? What the hell? Is this because of what I said about Connor Rogers? Is this what I said? Is that why I got flagged? I got flagged because of Connor Rogers. Connor Rogers is listening. Now I got beef with Connor Rogers. Dude, boxing match, me and Connor Rogers right now. Let's go, bruh. Let's go. Connor Rogers, we got beef, bro. We got beef. Me and Connor Rogers got beef now. Violated shit for bullying. I didn't bully him. He's reporting on fake news, or he's making up stuff for views. I'm over here talking facts. I'm over here talking about chili. Chili and Super Bowl rings. Over here violating me. Come on, bruh. TKO, for real, bruh. I watch UFC, dog. I'm training. I'll start training right now, bro. Me and Connor Rogers, we'll go at it. Calling him out.
This is Jets J searching through the chili to try and find the sock that had my Super Bowl ring in it. We have still yet to find it.
What did you expect to happen?
I thought that we would just go in the pool and get the ring afterwards.
You're such a imbecile.
Greg
Yes,
got a metal detector.
I actually agree with Travis Kelce for once.
There's traces of iron within the chili itself. So it's an impossible task to try and use a metal detector.
That's so good.
There's
That's hilarious.
probably lead as well in there somewhere.
That's crazy.
It's just a hunk of metal. I'll just have another one made, I think. They can do that, right?
I don't know, Jason. Probably.
I guess we're going to find out.
I guess he doesn't care. I guess it's just a ring. I mean, I would think Jason Kelce would care more about his Super Bowl ring, you know? It's Jason Kelce. Like, I feel like that would be like that's more of like a memorabilia piece for him. I feel like that's something he would care about a lot. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Jason Kelce, though, lost his ring. There's nobody else who's ever lost their ring in a vat of chili. Only Jason Kelce. Okay, let's keep going here, though. Patriots Robert Kraft called Falcons owner Arthur Blank to warn him, don't trust Bill Belichick. Kraft was a big part of why the Falcons passed on hiring Belichick. Belichick already had his staff prepared for the Atlanta job. Yeah, well, I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, Bill Belichick being the coach of the Falcons would be cool and all, but I think it worked out like the best way it could have possibly worked out. I think what am I saying? I'm always mixing them up. Raheem Morris being the head coach of the Falcons, I think is the best thing that possibly could have happened. No doubt about it in my mind. Like, Bill Belichick would have been cool. But Raheem Morris is going to be the reason. He is going to be the thing that fixes that Falcons team. Him and Zach Robinson and the rest of the staff that they brought in there. I mean, if you haven't seen the video of Raheem Morris, actually, let me pull it up. Screw it. We got time. Why don't we pull it up? Why don't we pull it up? Let me find it real quick. Give me a minute. Raheem Morris, Falcons. Let's see if we can pull it up. Let's see. There's a video of Raheem Morris, like, just talking to everybody, and it is just such, like, an inspirational, like, dope-ass video. Yeah, this.
Morning, man.
This is a long video.
Morning, man. Man, welcome, man.
Raheem Morris got me hyped up after this shit, bruh.
It's good to see the people, man. Go ahead and sit down, man. Sit down somewhere if y'all got a place to sit. Welcome to the first day of the off-season program, man. I just want to let you guys know we're going to start this phase one thing out, man. But I want to
Okay, this is a 6-minute video. I'm not going to watch this whole 6-minute video, but you get the point. Raheem Morris is a G. Like, I really like Raheem Morris. I really like what he's doing with the team. I think there's going to be good, big things happening for them. I'm excited to see what Raheem Morris and the Falcons do this year. Like, I think it's going to be pretty sick. I'm freaking... It's going to be cool. Let's see. What is this?
Wide receiver, Georgia.
Oh, A.J. Green getting drafted. Oh, this is all three of them getting
Jamar
drafted.
Chase. Wide receiver, LSU. The Oakland Raiders select
Amari Cooper. Dude,
Wide
who remembers
receiver,
Raiders Amari
Alabama.
Cooper?
The Cincinnati Bengals select A.J. Green. Wide receiver, Georgia. The Detroit Lions.
Oh, what? Calvin Johnson was
Wide
picked
receiver,
2?
Calvin Johnson.
Is Calvin Johnson the highest ever picked wide receiver?
The Arizona Cardinals select Larry Fitzgerald, wide receiver, University of
This is
Pittsburgh.
cool.
The Houston Texans select Andre Johnson.
This dude spamming in the chat, bruh. T to the Pats.
Wide receiver, University of
Andre
Miami.
Johnson went at pick 3. I didn't know that.
The Cincinnati.
Who would you? Okay, so let me give you 3 people. Out of these 3 people, who would you draft first? Jamar Chase, Calvin Johnson, AJ Green. Everyone's gonna say Calvin Johnson, or let me think of a better one than AJ Green. AJ Green, because like Jamar Chase and Calvin Johnson are clearly better than AJ Green. Sadly, I don't know. Like OG AJ Green, bro. Yeah, but Calvin's just so nasty, bro. Calvin was just so gross. It sucks that I wasn't like 2 years older, because like Calvin was, when I was younger, like Calvin was good, but he was kind of on like the way out, you know? Like he was like, I watched probably when I started watching football was probably like the last like 2 years of his career, 3 years of his career. Dude retired too early. He could have been there for so much longer, bro. He could have been there for so much longer. Would have done great things. Still did. Megatron was just so nasty. Oh! What about... This is a good question. Would you rather have... I think this is a debate. Some people are going to think this is a debate, but I think it is. Would you rather have Calvin Johnson, prime Calvin Johnson, or prime Atlanta Falcons Julio Jones? Come on. Who would you rather have? Prime Calvin or prime Julio? I think. Hey man. People are gonna. I know a lot of people are gonna say Megatron, but bro, prime Julio. Do you remember prime Julio, bro? Because that wasn't too long ago, bro. Julio did the same exact shit that Calvin did, bro. On a, like, I'm not going to say worst team. They're equally bad, the Lions and the Falcons. Both were equally terrible back then. But I think I'm taking Julio. over Calvin. I know that's a hot take. I know that's a hot take. I understand he had almost 2,000 yards. I get that. But I'm talking talent. I'm talking raw wide receiver talent. Like, if you gave Julio, if Julio had Matthew Stafford when he was doing his thing and for the Falcons, Julio would have been a lot better. Julio would have been just as good as Calvin. I don't know, bro. I love Julio. I fucking love Julio. I miss him. Dude. That used to be my first round pick every year in fantasy football. I love Julio. Julio is the boy. Julio Jones. Atlanta Falcons, Julio Jones. The Tennessee Titans. Damn the Tennessee Titans, bro. They ruined it. Julio Jones should have retired a Falcon. But, no, not anymore. Not anymore. That's it. End of him. But let's keep going here. Let's see. Where was I in this news? What is this? Tennessee wide... Oh, this guy met with the Dolphins. Tennessee wide receiver Ramel Caton? Never heard of him. And this isn't even a good video. It's just a football flying through the air. It's a terrible video. What's this? Former UTEP QB Garvin Hardson is on a pre-draft visit today with the Packers. I don't know why we got other QBs visiting with the Packers. No reason for that. I don't see the point in that. No reason for that. No reason at all. I don't see the point in that. Damn, Tom Brady emotional recounting leaving the Patriots with Bill Belichick and Robert Kraft. Brady cried like a baby after informing the team that he planned on leaving.
When we walked into the room, he said, I've decided to move on. And as soon as he said it.
Listen, real quick. If you're watching on TikTok, go over to Twitch at Tico Fantasy Show. Go over there at Twitch. You got a much better view. If you follow, you get your name on this board behind me. We're getting close to 1,500 followers. We're trying to get that number up, trying to get that number higher. And yeah, head on over there, follow. Much better view. We're going live every day, 4:30, same time. So yeah, head on over there. Do your thing. But yeah, let me keep watching this video.
He started crying. And his crying told me everything I needed to know.
He said, I
Damn,
think
Robert Kraft is old.
And then when Bill answered, it was emotional.
He's old as shit.
Because again, it's a chapter coming to an end. And I expressed that to Bill too.
I would say that's kind of what I expected. But it was, always kind of the, saying goodbye is always hard.
I don't care. I'm sorry. This is stupid. I don't care. I don't care. Will the Panthers win? Oh, here's a good question. There's a good question for all of us. Will the Panthers win over or under 5.5 games this season? The over? Oh my God, that's crazy. Okay. Will they win over or under 5.5 games? And listen to this. Let me just tell you this, just for the sake of it. The over is sitting at plus 122. The under is sitting at minus 150. So what that means is that it's more likely that they're going to go under is what Vegas is predicting. So what do y'all think about that? Panthers over under 5.5 wins. I would take that bet. Over 5.5. I'd take that bet with all the additions they made. Deontay Johnson, that O-line. I mean, still got that second round draft pick, the 33rd pick in the draft. Still got that. I mean, Dave Canales, great head coach. Like I could get behind the freaking Panthers doing better than freaking 5 wins this season. I mean, shit. Y'all are saying under. Wow, there's a lot of unders. I have them winning only 5. What would that be? How many games did they win this year? 2? How many games did they win this year? Let's look. Let me look at it real quick. Give me 1 second. Let me pull it up. Let's see how many games they won. They won 2. Yeah, they won 2 this past year. So, I take the over. I take the over. I don't think that's crazy. I would take the over on that for sure. I'd take the over. Yeah, 100%. 100% I'd take the over. But yeah, Panthers, 5.5 wins. NFL wide receiver prospect Ladd McConkey was insane in high school. Senior year, he threw for 1,700 yards and 20 touchdowns and had 924 rushing yards for 10 touchdowns. He played quarterback in high school. Ladd McConkey played quarterback in high school. I didn't know that. For North Murray, Georgia? North Murray High School, Chatsworth, Georgia. Lab McConkey was the QB. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. I couldn't think of Lab McConkey playing quarterback. Oh my God! Did he just hit that guy? What did I just see? Wait a minute. He played both sides. Dude, Lab McConkey played both sides of the ball, bro. Lab McConkey played on offense and defense in high school.
Brian Little.
Oh my God, look at him light. Dude, he lit that dude up. Let's see this right here, right here, right here. Pick. Pick. Oh, this is a pick six. This is a pick six. Yeah. Shit, bruh. Lab McConkey was gross in high school. Oh, this is going to be a punt return. This is going to be good. We love punt returns. Look at him. He's bumping into his own teammates. Oh, he's gone. He's got it. He's out of there. That's all the way. North Murray High School. Look, now he's playing quarterback. That's crazy. Somebody will dial that up. Somebody will dial that up in the NFL, bro. The Lad McConkey. You'll get the freaking Philly special with Lad McConkey. Okay. I'm sold. I'm sold on the McConkey. I'm sold on the McConkey Meister. I'm sold. I am sold. Sold on the McConkey. Sold on the McConkey. What's going on here? In Eagles GM Howie Roseman, in Eagles GM Howie Roseman's office, there is a big quote displayed on his wall that says, "Producing talented players year in and year out is not a luxury, it's a necessity." It's true. It's true. And he be producing them. He be producing talented players year in and year out. He be doing his thing over there in Philly, bruh. Philly gross. They're winning a Super Bowl this year. Or not winning a Super Bowl, but they're making it to a Super Bowl this year. I can feel it. I can feel them making it to a Super Bowl. Winning it? I don't know about that. But making it there? Sure. I can get behind that. The Cleveland Browns will be wearing their white face masks this year. The Steelers have been vigorously pursuing a trade with the 49ers for star wide receiver Brandon Ayuk. Pittsburgh GM Omar Khan is desperate to add a legit wide receiver one. See, I don't think this is that crazy. I don't think this is that crazy. Do y'all think this is that crazy? The Steelers trading for Brandon Ayuk? If Brandon Ayuk is going to get traded anywhere, the Steelers is probably, in my opinion at least, the most probable place for him to go. Right? Because obviously the Niners aren't going to trade him anywhere in the NFC. They want to send him to the AFC. And the Steelers, bro, the Steelers are over there. The Steelers are no threat at all to the Niners. If the Steelers give them... I think the Steelers have pick 20. If the Steelers just give the Niners pick 20, that gets the deal done, I think. I think that gets the deal done. Now, do the Steelers want to do that? Do the Steelers want to give up pick 20 and have to give them $25 million a year? I don't know, man. It sounds like GM Omar Khan he's that desperate for a legit wide receiver one, which, well, that's actually kind of stupid now that I think about it. Desperate for a legit wide receiver one. What's George Pickens? What's George Pickens? You don't think George Pickens is a legit wide receiver one? Disrespect, bruh. Disrespect. Disrespect, brother. George Pickens do y'all think George Pickens is a wide receiver one? Do y'all think George Pickens is a wide receiver one? Because I think George Pickens is a wide receiver one. I just think that Kenny Pickett is hot ass, and that's the only reason we haven't seen George Pickens just have a huge breakout year. That's all I got to say. That's all I got to say about that. I think George Pickens is 110% a wide receiver one. He could be one of the best wide receivers in the league, a top 10 wide receiver, if he just had a good quarterback. Like Kenny Pickett wasn't getting that shit done. Kenny Pickett is ass. That's why he's a backup now. Backup in Philly. Yeah. But I think George Pickens, definitely a wide receiver one. No question in my mind. No question at all. No question at all. Powerful. NFL legend Aaron Rodgers spoke about the importance of being there for his teammates. Most guys will forget about stats and games and scores, but they're not going to forget the way you made them feel. He should have said no Diddy after that, because that's kind of sus. I mean, that's kind of crazy. Most guys will forget about stats in games and scores, but they're not going to forget the way you made them feel. You got to say no Diddy after that, A-Rod. You got to say no Diddy after that. Like, that's a little sus, my brother. He's making them Jets players feel some type of way, bruh. He's making Sauce feel a little saucy. Reporting on the Pelicans losing Zion Williamson. Dude, let's shift over to basketball news for a second. The Pelicans don't have a chance. The Pelicans have no chance of beating the Kings, right? Like, no chance without Zion. Zero.
In the final minute, you have some news on Zion Williamson's injury status after he left last night's game against the Lakers. What more can you tell us about that?
Jay, devastating news.
Dude was the only offense their team was putting up the other night, bro. I mean, if Zion Williamson wasn't there, his 40 points, I mean, the Pelicans would have lost that game. Like, the Pelicans would have lost that game in a second to the Lakers. It was at least close. And that was only because Zion was there frickin', taking that big old cheeseburger body of his and frickin' moving it in the paint. He was putting up buckets last night. He was gross last night. Dirty. If Zion could just stay healthy, man. If Zion could just stay healthy, bro, the Pelicans could go deep in the playoffs. They could have a deep run, but he just can't stay healthy. He just can't stay healthy, bro. Sucks. I wish he could stay healthy. I'd love to see the Pelicans succeed for once. What is this? Derrick Henry may have a crown, but he now wants a trophy. This is a direct quote from Derrick Henry. I really want to hold that trophy up at the end of the year, but the work starts now. Well, I hate to tell you, Mr. Derrick Henry, but you should have been on the Ravens last season, brother, because the Ravens, yeah, they're not winning anything. Not anymore. The Ravens didn't get any better this offseason. I don't care if you think adding Derrick Henry makes the Ravens better. I mean, it doesn't. They lost a lot of key guys, and yeah, the Ravens are not as good of a team as they were last year, and they still got their asses whooped by the Chiefs last year with a great team. So I don't think the Ravens make it back to even a conference championship. I don't think they make it to a conference championship, and I definitely don't think they make it back to a Super Bowl. That's just my opinion. Sorry. That's how I feel. I think you see next year, I think you see the Bengals back up there again. You still got the Chiefs. You definitely got the Texans. Who else is gross in the AFC? The Dolphins, I think, could be back up there. Maybe Tua. Maybe if we freaking get rid of Tua and some other quarterback ends up playing at the end of the year, hey, the Dolphins could be up there. Who else? Who else in the AFC could be up there? Who else? Let's see. The Bills aren't going to be up there. The Bills lost a lot of guys. The Jags, maybe. The Colts. The Jets. Oh, my God. People forget about the Jets. I'm going to make a video about the Jets. People forget about, like... People forget that a year ago, we were talking about the Jets, like, winning the AFC East. With like, them getting Aaron Rodgers and all of these rookies, Sauce, Brees, Garrett, all of these guys are, like, balling out, playing at a top level. And all they've done this offseason is improve. They've done nothing but improve this offseason. They added, who'd they just trade for? Hassan Reddick. Gross, disgusting. Hassan Reddick on the edge with Jermaine Johnson on the other side. Ho, 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 ho. That's nasty. The Jets are going to be a lot better than people anticipate this year. Mike Williams they added. Forgot about Mike Williams. Jets are going to be good. Don't write the Jets off. Yeah, didn't they trade for Hassan? Right, I'm not tripping, right? They traded for Hassan Reddick, I think, right? From the Eagles. I'm not tripping, right? Hassan Reddick is a Jet, correct? This guy's got me second questioning myself. Yes, okay, yes. They traded for Hassan Reddick. They traded, I don't remember what they traded for him, but the Jets got Hassan Reddick, so that team's gross. That team's got some good shit going on. Hollywood Brown will finish... Oh, okay, this is a good question. Man's fast. Got that Chrome Hearts hoodie on. Where will Hollywood Brown finish this year? Where will he finish this year? Let's say this. Let's put a situation out. Let's put a scenario here. So, let's say Rashee Rice gets suspended. Rashee Rice gets suspended. Rashee Rice gets suspended for... Well, you got to think, okay, Deshaun Watson got suspended for, 9 games, 12 games? And he didn't even get convicted of anything. He just got suspended for getting suspended. Rashee Rice actually is going to get convicted of shit and is in a bad situation. I think he gets suspended at the very least 9-10 games for Rashee Rice, right? So let's say Rashee Rice is out for 10 games this season. How high does Hollywood Brown finish as a wide receiver in 2024, as the wide receiver 1 for the Chiefs? How high does he finish? I'm thinking like, I don't know. Hollywood Brown. Dude was so dirty on the Cardinals, you know? And that was like a terrible situation. How high do you think Hollywood Brown finishes this year? I'm saying like, yeah, it actually is a hard question. It's a hard, like, pause, but it's a hard question. Definitely top 15. Like, definitely, I think definitely top 15, right? At least 15. 13 to 16, I'll say 8 to 12. I'll say 8 to 12 range. That's where I'm going to say 8 to 12. Because, like, there's some guys you obviously just, maybe 8 to 12 is a little pushing it. Maybe 8 to 12. I'd say more like let's say 10 to 13. 10 to 13 range, somewhere around there. 10 to 13, the double digits. Right outside the top 10. Just because, you know, like, you still got all of the elite guys who can easily drop like over 100 yards any given week and are going to be top 10 wide receivers regardless of what happens besides injury. So I think you got to put him like somewhere between 10 and 13. I wonder how high he'll be drafted. Once the draft season comes around. I wonder where they'll put him. I wonder. Let's keep going though. Bill Belichick is a legend on TV. Hey, Bill, you got some stuff behind you.
Hey, you got some stuff behind you, Coach. There's some things behind you there. I don't know if you knew that.
That's my bling.
Bill Belichick got 6 Super Bowl trophies behind him.
Hey, you got some stuff behind you.
That's sick. Dude, I want to do like a show like this, like the Pat McAfee show, bruh. I would love to do a show like that. Bro. I got to get a bigger audience, though. We got to just keep growing this, John. We got to keep growing. We got to keep letting more people see our stuff. Oh, what? I got to keep letting more people see my stuff. Okay. Got to keep letting more people see my stuff. And then, you know, we just got to keep growing. That's all. We're going to keep doing this every day at 4:30, ladies and gentlemen. It's all about consistency. We're here every day, or not every day, Monday through Friday. But Monday through Friday, 4:30, we're here. We're going to be doing these videos. We're doing NFL news. Yep. That's what we be doing. Let's keep scrolling, though. Oh, this is going to be so entertaining to watch. I'm gonna try and have this pulled up. For when I'm streaming the draft. Bill Belichick and Nick Saban will be giving their NFL draft expertise on draft day. Love that, bro. Love that. That's going to be freaking funny as hell, bro. That is going to be funny as hell. Nick Saban, I'm actually, like, Bill Belichick being there is cool, but Nick Saban being there talking about all of these players who are getting drafted is going to be so much cooler because, you know, he's in the know. He knows what's going on. He knows, like, who's where, who's talking to who. You know, he's talked to a lot of these prospects, met with them, tried to recruit them to Alabama. Like, Nick Saban doing the NFL draft is going to be sick. Definitely going to be something fun to, you know, take a look at. Definitely going to be something fun to take a look at. Let's keep going here, though. Let's keep going. Zion Williamson. A lot of Zion Williamson news. 8 days till the NFL draft, ladies and gentlemen. Lamar Jackson days. Travis and Jason Kelce's podcast, New Heights, is expected to receive a new $100 million deal. It's a lot of money. I mean, shit. You might lose your Super Bowl ring. See, you could lose your Super Bowl ring in a vat of chili, but you can't not be happy about frickin', you know, getting a $100 million deal for your podcast. I mean, shit, I'd love a $100 million deal for my podcast. I wouldn't mind 100th of that. I wouldn't mind a $1 million deal for a frickin' podcast. Sheesh, give me $100. Damn. Whether it's in life, listen, get ready for it later today, ladies and gentlemen, who is JJ McCarthy prospect video. Just saying.
behavior garnered
I'm
a
posting
lot.
it. Already filmed it. I got to
JJ McCarthy is projected to be one of the top 5 quarterbacks in the 2024 NFL Draft. And
Nah, screw this. Don't listen to these people. Don't listen to these people. This is a terrible video talking about JJ McCarthy. They don't even know the stories behind him. They don't even know the stories. You know, did you know this? I bet you didn't know this. I bet you didn't know this. JJ McCarthy was actually supposed to be an OSU, was supposed to be a Buckeye. JJ McCarthy was actually supposed to go to Ohio State, and instead he went to Michigan. Now, if you want to know why that happened, you can find out, you know, in a little bit when I post that JJ McCarthy video telling you why that happened. You can figure it out then. And listen, if you're watching on TikTok, head on over to Twitch at Tico Fantasy Show. Same thing as the TikTok. That's my name, Tico Fantasy Show. Head over there, follow, get your name on this board behind me, and you can actually see the news that we're reading if you go over there. So, trust me, that's where you want to be. Go over there to the Twitch. Shit's going good, looking way better over there. Trust me, the Twitch people know what's up. Bill Belichick, dude, so much Bill Belichick news, bro. People got freaking going crazy for Bill Belichick. People are doing backflips on it for him. Like, sheesh, bro. Why are we talking about Bill Belichick so much today? Ugh. Bill Belichick has told his confidants that he would be interested in coaching the Cowboys, Eagles, and Giants. Who should grab him? Well, you know, you gotta, like, think what team isn't gonna have a head coach next year. Like, the Cowboys probably... What are the odds? I would say the Cowboys out of those 3 teams probably have the highest odds of their coaches getting fired next year. Probably. I would say the Cowboys, if they choke again, yeah, Mike McCarthy's out. If they choke again, Mike McCarthy's gone. Like 100%. Mike McCarthy's gone if they, you know, or a first round exit or just if they're a first round exit, Mike McCarthy's for sure gone. Nick Sirianni, I think Nick Sirianni stays. I think he's too locked in at this point for him to go. I think Nick Sirianni stays. Brian Daboll could get fired. There's a possibility. I could see Brian Daboll getting fired. Brian Daboll could possibly get fired. I've seen crazier things happen. You know, Brian Daboll's a possible firing. What would it be? 3 years, I think, for him? Yeah, after 3 years, 100% he could get fired. 100%. But I would say out of those 3 teams, the one most likely to have an opening is probably the Cowboys. Probably the Cowboys. So, if Bill Belichick is going to coach for another team next year, watch out, Cowboys. Jerry Jones loves his old heads. My throat is parched. Hey, bro, we're at 1,467 followers. We're getting close to 1,400. We're getting close, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting very close. More Bill Belichick news, bro. So much Bill Belichick news. Malachi Corley is the best player in the draft with the ball in his hands, NFL scouts say. He has a lot of Deebo Samuel. He's a punisher. He looks for contact. He's got a unique skill set. You would not want to tackle that. What could that say? That might be racist. This NFL scout might be racist. What do you think he said here? 1 letter, 2 letters, 3 letters, 4 letters, 5 letters. That's not good. Bro definitely said something that that's not. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going. Cowboys QB Dak Prescott's accuser has dropped her $100 million sexual assault lawsuit. Her attorneys filed to drop charges on April 8th, and a judge signed off on the papers on April 12th. You want to know what I think happened here with with Dak Prescott's sexual assault accuser getting rid of the thing? Dak Prescott probably paid her off. Dak Prescott probably said, hey, listen, honey, listen. You're suing me for $100 million. There's probably I don't know if there's any truth behind what happened here or not, but Dak Prescott probably paid her off. That's probably what I would say happened. He probably said, hey, here's $1 million, close the case, forget about the attorney's fees and shit. Ain't bro married? Is Dak Prescott married? Is Dak Prescott married? Let's check. Is Dak Prescott married? Dak Prescott. Who is Dak Prescott's girlfriend? All about Sarah Jane Ramos. Sarah Jane Ramos. Let's see. Sarah Jane Ramos. Images. She's got 84,000 followers on Instagram. Okay. He is not married. He has a girlfriend. I guess. That's what they say. It sounds like he keeps his dating life a little secret. We don't really know. But yeah, let's keep going here. Oh, dude, this is a messed up story. This is a fucked up story. Listen to this. Texas wide receiver Adonai Mitchell is almost uncoachable, and his issue is his blood sugar. A scout tells Bob McGinn, "You're going to have to," this is quotes, quote unquote, somebody actually said this, an NFL scout actually said this shit. They said, "You're going to have to assign somebody to be next to him for his first few years because his issues are all about his diabetes and his blood sugar," said a second scout. "When his blood sugar's off, he's rude, he's abrasive, and he doesn't pay attention in meetings. It's why you get really mad, really shitty character reports coming out of Georgia and Texas. Before you even get to the diabetic part, he's kind of going to do it his way. He's a little bit of a wild horse. You've got to see if you can harness him in. Then once you do that, he doesn't address the diabetic stuff in a mature way. He's very much a boomer bust type of guy." Bro. Like, people are literally knocking players because they have diabetes. Like, that's messed up. You're literally knocking a guy down you're bored because he had diabetes. That's a little inhumane, brother. Like, come on. You know, I bet you if you had diabetes and your blood sugar was fucked up, you'd probably be a pretty shitty person to be around too, you know? I don't know, brother. I don't know. I have a lot of, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't like that. I'm not a fan of that. People are saying that about him. Adonai Mitchell is a dirty player, nasty, gross, I think. And people talking about him, freaking downplaying him as a player because he has diabetes is kind of insane. Just my opinion, though. Washington wide receiver prospect Jalen McMillan is visiting with the Bengals today. Bengals news. Don't know if anybody cares, but Bengals news. And yo, Jalen McMillan is obviously now he's not a great prospect. He's probably going to be a second round pick. But coming out of high school, bro, Jalen McMillan was the shit. Jalen McMillan was one of the best wide receivers in the country. He was actually, him and Rome Odunze, I don't know if you saw the video I posted, but him and Rome Odunze were actually recruited in the same exact year for Washington. They were recruited and brought in the same year. And Jalen McMillan was supposed to be their number one wide receiver. He was that year, I think it was 2020. He was the number one ranked wide receiver in the country that year. Or no, I'm sorry. That's wrong. He was the number 6 ranked wide receiver in the country that year. So Jalen McMillan was a hell of a prospect coming out of high school. Hell of a prospect. So if the Bengals can get him in the second round, and I loved him. I thought he looked great at the Combine. I don't know if y'all remember that, but Jalen McMillan was one of the guys who really stuck out at the Combine. He really looked good. It was really a good day for him there. So if the Bengals can get him, you trade T. Higgins in the first round, you have Jalen McMillan step up to be, you draft a couple guys later to step up in T. Higgins' place. I mean, I don't mind it. Oh, my throat is parched. Who's going home on Survivor tonight? Yo, y'all should watch Survivor. Watch Survivor tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I think we're down to 11 people, 10 people. I'm not quite sure. I don't know who's going home, to be honest. I don't really know the names off the top of my head. But somebody's going home. I'll be watching. That's the only show I watch on TV, bro. Survivor, shit's fire. We love Survivor. Been a big fan for a very long time. Will Saquon go over under 1,000 rushing yards in his debut season with the Eagles? I think that's... Oh, wow. They're both the over and the under are sitting at -112. Okay, people, listen. Saquon Barkley, over under 1,000 yards. Saquon Barkley, over and under 1,000 yards. What are we thinking? Over or under? The over on, the betting odds right now for the over are sitting at -112, and the under is also sitting at -112, so it's equal odds. Everybody's saying over. Everybody's saying over. And that's exactly what you should be saying. That's exactly what you should be saying. Over. Over's the correct answer. There's no other correct answer there. Over. Like, when was... If he plays all 17 games, which I doubt he plays, but, you know, all 17 games. Saquon Barkley, stats. How many seasons? I want to see how many seasons he's had. Oh, wow. He's only had 3 seasons over 1,000 yards. But it's because these other 3, he was hurt. Wow, he didn't have 1,000 yards this past year. Why not? Oh, he was hurt, though, wasn't he? Wasn't Saquon hurt this past year? He didn't play every game, I don't think. No, he played 16 games. No, he didn't. He played 14. Okay, yeah. He played 14 games. So, okay, maybe 1,000 yards isn't, like, set in stone. Maybe, you know, 1,000 yards might not be set in stone. Dude, he's not a quarterback. This is, see, Around the NFL reported this wrong. Iowa corner Cooper DeJean pre-draft visits included the Bills, Eagles, Steelers, and Seahawks, all like at the back of the first round, all teams like we could draft him, you know. I could totally see him ending up on the Eagles or Steelers. I don't think the Seahawks have a pick back there, do they? I think the Seahawks pick is a little earlier than that, so maybe not the Seahawks, or the Bills. I think the Bills need to go wide receiver in the first. But Eagles or Steelers? Those are 2 teams I could definitely see taking Cooper DeJean in the late first. Okay, well, listen, somebody was asking for Texans news. Oh, what is this? I have to slide a puzzle piece. Wait 1 minute. Somebody was asking for Texans news, and here's your Texans news. Can CJ Stroud bring home the MVP in his sophomore season? Because he is now he now has the 3rd highest odds to win MVP in 2024. And I think he is probably, I don't think there's many people like who have a higher like chance of winning MVP than CJ Stroud. Like, think about that man's wide receiver room. That man's wide receiver room is gross. Gross. I'm talking Nico Collins, Stephon Diggs, Tank Dell, John Mechie, Noah Brown, Dalton Schultz. I mean, god damn. That's nasty. That's gross. So, if I'm betting on anybody to frickin' win MVP, I'd be betting on CJ Stroud. Tell me if that's crazy. Would you guys bet on CJ Stroud to win MVP? I don't think that's crazy at all. I don't think that's crazy. You got to have the team. And you got to be the player to do it, and I think he has both of those. CJ Stroud winning MVP in his 2nd season in the league would be pretty sick. That'd be pretty sick. Not gonna lie. That'd be pretty dope. That would be pretty dope. I would love to see that. Okay, let's have the conversation. Let me say this real quick. Listen, if you're watching on TikTok, head over to Twitch at Tico Fantasy Show. Tico Fantasy Show. Head over there at Tico Fantasy Show. Follow. Get your name on this board behind me on Twitch. And there's a much better view over there. You'd way rather be watching over there because you get to see, like, me, and then you get to see the news I'm reading right here. So, trust me, you'd way rather be over there. Yeah, that's the place to be. But, let's look at okay, this is what I wanted to talk about. The Cowboys, I'm not gonna rate this. I don't want to say anything like bad about it yet because I think they're 100% gonna draft a running back. The Cowboys. The Cowboys running back room is bad. Bad. Like, it's just a whole bunch of mid. I don't know why they signed Royce Freeman. I don't quite understand the point behind that. I mean, Royce Freeman is terrible. I'm sorry. Like, straight up, Royce Freeman is terrible. Royce Freeman is awful. Like, Royce Freeman's not an upgrade over anything. And Rico Dowdle and Deuce Vaughn, you already had those 2, so why bring in Royce Freeman? Why? Not unless you're not going to draft a running back, which I don't think they're going to do. I think they're going to draft a running back because this running back room is awful. They got to draft a running back. I don't think they have a choice. I think they need to draft a running back. So I don't quite understand the Royce Freeman signing. Doesn't quite make sense to me. Not a fan of it. I think it was a really stupid move. If there's any Cowboys fans out there, I'm sorry. I know y'all are going through it because this has just been a terrible offseason for y'all. You don't even got CeeDee Lamb or Micah Parsons in the building. But let's keep going. Oregon QB prospect Bo Nix visited with the Giants today. Today was the last day for players to visit with teams. Oh, today was the last. Oh my God. Today was the last day for players to visit with teams. And Bo Nix visited with the Giants along with Spencer Rattler. Spencer Rattler, both of them visited with the Giants today. So, hey, listen, tell me if this is crazy. Tell me if this is crazy. Tell me what y'all's thoughts are on this. The Giants have pick 47 in the second round. I don't think it's crazy for us to see like Bo Nix. I don't think Bo Nix or Spencer Rattler will go in the first. I don't think either of them go in the first. I highly doubt it. Like highly doubt that either of those two will go in the first round. So, I think there's a high possibility we see the Giants trade up from pick 47 in the second and snag one of these two. I think that's so possible. So possible. We see them jump up and snag one of these two guys to potentially be the Daniel Jones replacement. Because if we're really having that conversation, Daniel Jones is ass. There ain't no way around it. Daniel Jones is ass. He is not good. There's nothing good. There's nothing good about him. He's not good. That was clearly seen last year. It's a waste of money, you know. Be done with it. If they can get Bo Nix or Spencer Rattler in the second, I would love to see him do it. I would love to see them do that. That'd make me happy. That'd make me happy. Like, what if we see the Giants do... I've seen a lot of, like, rumors about them possibly wanting to trade back, and I honestly think that might be a good move for them, to be honest. Like, they just had to trade a whole bunch of capital to get, what's-his-face? Brian Burns. So, you know, you trade back in the draft a little bit, get a little bit more capital, get another guy. I don't know. Like, maybe we see a Giants-Vikings trade where we can see the Giants get those Vikings picks. I think that'd be really good for them. There's some later guys you can get in this first round who are pretty damn good. I don't know. Yeah, Daniel Jones robbed the Giants, bro. One good season, makes it not even a good season. It was like a season. They give him $40 million. They don't keep Saquon. The Giants made every single wrong decision they could have made last offseason, they made. What they should have done was they should have gave Saquon Barkley money. They should have gave Saquon Barkley whatever amount of money he wants, give him a real contract. And then they should have franchise tagged Daniel Jones. That's what they should have done. But instead, they said, oh, Daniel Jones is going to be our QB of the future. Oh, he's our QB of the future. And, you know, we're going to keep him. He's good. He's the answer to our problems. And that's exactly what they did. He wasn't the answer to any problems. He was the answer to absolutely nothing. Yeah. And now he's freaking over here, freaking in interviews. Man looks wired in. Sheesh. Yeah. But I think we're getting close to the end of the news here, ladies and gentlemen. I think we're getting close to the end of the news. That was what I was just talking about. Browns helmets. Teams most likely to trade down in the draft. Chargers, Titans, Bears, Jets, Dolphins. I don't really agree with that. I don't agree with that at all. Oh, this is cool. More than 12,300 athletes have opted into EA College Football 25. Players have until April to opt in. Listen, they're saying it's going to come out on July 19th. That's the projected date for EA College Football to come out. When EA College Football comes out, I am going to be streaming the shit out of it. I'm going to be one of the first people to buy it. I'm going to be one of the first people to get their hands on it, and I'm going to be streaming the shit out of it. So, July 19th, be around for that. Whole long time from now. January, February, March, April, May, June, July. We got 3 months. But when that comes out, I'm gonna be playing the shit out of it. It's gonna be fun as hell. I'm excited for that. Tyrion Arnold. Jalen McMillan visits the Bengals. We already talked about that. Bill Belichick. We talked about that. More about the Falcons and Arthur Smith. We talked about all this. And Aaron Rodgers saying that the government created HIV. We talked about that yesterday. John Mechie being special. Caitlin Clark breaking the records for jersey sales. Tank Dell's comeback. I'm not really seeing... Russell Wilson and Justin Fields are working out together. They're all together at... Hey! Steelers, listen, brother, happy birthday. But Russell Wilson and Justin Fields, they're working out together. They're putting in that work. They're doing their thing. There's just not. I think we're done here, though. Oh, let's read this. The New York Giants never called the Bears about Justin Fields because they view him as a similar player to Daniel Jones. Who would you rather have? Who would you rather have? Would you rather have Justin Fields or Daniel Jones? Justin Fields or Daniel Jones? Who would you rather have? Who would you rather have? I don't think that's a hard question. I don't think that's a hard question at all. Fields. It's not even close. It's not even close. It's not even like... I don't even know if it's a question. Yeah, it's not... See, that's exactly what I just said. I don't even think it's a question. Fields by a mile? Bruh, give me 100 miles. Give me 1,000 miles. I'd rather have Fields in every single situation. He does everything Daniel Jones does, but better. Better arm. Better at running. Better quarterback. Better at everything. Way rather have Justin Fields than Daniel Jones. Seeing those two as similar players is crazy. People are underestimating these quarterbacks. Yeah, we're getting into yesterday's news now. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's it. That's all the news we got. Listen, if you're watching on TikTok, head over to Twitch, because I'm about to end the TikTok live. Head over to Twitch. Follow. I'm going to write all of these names on the board right now. So if you go over to Twitch at Tico Fantasy Show, head over there, follow, and you're going to get your name on this board behind me. And we're streaming every day, 4:30. We're doing this every day. NFL news every single day, 4:30. Come through. We're doing the thing. Yeah, that's all I got. Thank you very much for people watching on TikTok. Head over to Twitch because we're still live over there. Peace out. Deuces. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Okay, what's going on, Twitch people? What's going on, Twitch people? It's just us. Yeah, okay. Intern guy, listen. I'm gonna hit you up. I'll DM you. I promise. I'll DM you. I'll DM you. I've just been like, I'll DM you. I promise. I'll DM you. But okay. Let's write some names, ladies and gentlemen. Let's write some names. We're done with the NFL news. It's time to write some names. It's time to write some names, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to write some names. So let me, well, let me see what the frick I got frickin'... I can't believe I got a restriction, bro. That shit pisses me off. Harassment and bullying? Oh, I just appealed it. I just appealed it. Okay. I just appealed it. We're good. If you followed a month ago, your name should already be... Picklol, I'm pretty sure your name is up there already, bro. If you followed already, your name is most likely on the board. Your name is most likely on the board if you followed. So, that's all I need to say. Let me write some of y'all's names on this board, though. We got to write these names. Oh, we got a lot of names to write. Oh, sheesh, we got a lot of names. Man. Okay. Let's do it. Let's write these names, ladies and gentlemen. Let's write some names. Okay, so we got... I'm running out of room. I don't know. I got to figure out what I'm going to start doing here. Where are we? Rhinos. Rhinos on the board. Your boy Rickson. The Goated. Akante. Humble Bear. Jamar Go Falco. Snapple Steve. Slam by Reaper. Mavericks fan. I feel like I've written that before. Jadub. Drew Dawes. E. Fox. Matthew Wallen Heffron. Super Pizza. Fire Jeremy. Danny TK. D14IX. Intexted. Rebel B. Rebel BR3. Twin Network. That's a cool name. That's a cool tag to have. It's the Realist. Jax the Tank. It's blue here. Mixie. Aiden Nil. Green Falfaro. Durbinal. Disboy. Unknown. C Money. Chris Baller. Nifty Nadez. GDK Mar. It's Hawkeye. Skipless. WRH. WRH329. OTW Dara. Azura Off. I can't say, I don't know what that name is, but you know, Azura Off. Rafufa. Trini Sauce. And I'm him, 77777. Okay. There we go. If you followed, you're on the board. If you followed, you're on the board. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for watching. We'll be back. I said this last night. I said I was going to stream later last night, and I didn't. I said I might stream the game. I might stream... I might come back on for like the... it starts at 7? Damn. Maybe I'll come... I don't really want to watch Hawks Bulls, but... Maybe I'll come back on for stream for one of those 2 games. I don't know. If I do go live, you'll obviously know, because you'll get a notification. You'll get a notification, obviously. So, maybe I'll go live for one of those games. I don't know. Maybe. I haven't decided. We'll see how I feel. And, yeah. That's all we got. 8 more days till the draft. 8 more days till the draft stream. Yeah. I want you all to have a wonderful rest of your day. And watch this promo real quick.